Well, hi, hello, my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now, I uploaded video lectures on the topic kinematics. In this topic, I already explained 3 lectures. Please go through the previous lectures for better understanding. Today, I am going to discuss a very important topic in this kinematics chapter. That is graphs. So very important topic, graphs. First of all, I'll explain the basic concepts of graph. After completion of this, I would like to explain numericals on graph. Right? Please watch the lecture till the end. So definitely you got new points, you'll get new points. Please watch the lecture till the end. You realize that you got new points. First one, distance versus time graph. Distance versus time graph. Here two physical quantities are there, distance, time, which will taken on x-axis, which we have to take in on y-axis. That is a big doubt for us. Which we have to take on x-axis, which we have to take on y-axis. Here simple thing, y-axis value always dependent value, dependent physical quantity. At y-axis always we take dependent physical quantity we take. And next, at x-axis we take independent physical quantity, independent physical quantity or variable, physical quantity or variable. Okay, at y-axis dependent physical quantities, at x-axis independent physical quantities we have to take in. So that is a simple thing. And we are taken two physical quantities, distance and time, which is dependent, which is independent. Distance is depends upon time, because it is derived physical quantity. Time is independent physical quantity. Independent physical quantity because it is fundamental physical quantity. I think all of you aware of it. Fundamental physical quantities are 7 fundamental physical quantities: length, mass, time, temperature, intensity of luminous, electric current. Okay, so these are all 7 fundamental physical quantities we had. So in that, time is one of the fundamental physical quantity. It does not depends upon other physical quantities. So here distance is a derived physical quantity. That's why distance is taken as y-axis. So that's why distance is always taken as y-axis, and time is, that's why time is taken as x-axis. Okay, so one thing is clear. We have two physical quantities. Which one is taken on x-axis? Which one is taken on y-axis? Based upon independent and dependent values. Here, dependent physical quantities represent y-axis. Independent physical quantities represent x-axis. Here, distance is dependent value. That's why we are taken on y-axis. Time is independent variable or physical quantity. That's why it is taken on x-axis. Right? So we have to discuss few graphs regarding this distance and time. Okay. First graph. Distance is measured in meters. Time is measured in seconds. Time is measured in seconds. If you draw the line like this, okay, so it represents here description I write. Okay, what is the description for this? The line which is parallel to time axis. Here the line which is parallel to time axis. Here the main thing is time axis. Slope m is equal to tan theta. Slope m is equal to tan theta. So before going to discuss this, I'll explain what is meant by slope. How can we find slope? Okay. Observe carefully. Slope m is equal to formula dy by dx or tan theta. Here theta means angle made with x-axis. Angle made with x-axis. So for example, if you take this is a distance is indicated x, and time, this is time in seconds. Okay, so if we consider this is a line, this is theta, angle made with x-axis, then slope m is equal to what is formula? Tan theta. For example, this theta is equal to 30 degrees, so then slope will becomes tan 30, that is equal to tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. Slope means angle made with slope m is equal to tan theta. Here theta means angle made with x-axis. Angle made with x-axis. This is very important. Angle made with x-axis. Otherwise, dy by dx is slope. For example, I will consider here distance versus time. Here slope m is equal to distance versus time, that is equal to dy by dx. That y value is represent, y axis represent here distance, and x axis represent is what here? Time. That means distance is measured in meter by second. This represent is what? Velocity. It represent is what ma? Velocity. So here one thing is clear. Slope of distance versus time graph gives velocity. Slope of velocity, if we consider our speed, slope of distance versus time graph gives velocity or speed. Slope of distance versus time graph gives velocity or speed. This is very important point. Slope of distance versus time graph gives velocity or speed. This is very important point. So now first, in this first case, distance versus time graph. So here, this is case 1. Distance is measured in meters, time is measured in seconds. So here, simple slope m is equal to tan theta. Here theta is equal to 0 degrees or not. There is no angle made with x-axis. So theta is 0 here. Tan 0, 0. So slope is 0. That means slope is what? Velocity. Slope of distance versus time graph gives velocity or not. So here slope is 0 means slope is 0. So from this, slope m is equal to 0. So velocity is 0. So simple thing. If any line is like this, slope means some inclined manner. If any plane is present an inclined manner, that is called slope. Here it is flat. It is a flat. That means there is no inclined lines. This is flat line. So that's why slope is 0. Slope is 0. And one more thing here, observe carefully. Here distance is same, but time is changes. Distance is same. So here distance is equal to from graph, distance is equal to constant. So velocity is ds by dt na. So differentiation of dt by constant is equal to 0 or not. This is another method. Differentiation of constant is 0. Is it or not? Differentiation of constant is equal to 0. So this graph represents velocity is equal to 0. Because slope is equal to 0 here. This graph represents velocity is equal to 0. Next, here this is a distance, second graph, this is time. Here slope m is equal to constant. So velocity is equal to constant. So body velocity is constant because velocity is equal to ds by dt is equal to constant. This indicates velocity is equal to constant. Is it or not? Velocity is equal to constant. This graph indicates velocity is equal to constant. Next, third graph. So this is one graph, and we have to represent this graph is like this. This is another graph. This is distance. This is time. This graph indicates acceleration. So here this graph indicates, observe carefully, slope of distance versus time graph give velocity or not. Here observe carefully, velocity is increases gradually. So here this is theta. Is it or not? Here theta is increases gradually. slope. So velocity is increases gradually. Velocity is increases gradually, and acceleration is positive. Here acceleration is what? Acceleration is positive value. Acceleration is positive value and it is increases gradually. Acceleration is positive value. Whenever velocity is increases, this is very important point. Velocity is increases, then acceleration is positive. Velocity is increases, acceleration is positive. Acceleration value is positive. Next, we'll continue our lecture on graphs. Fourth one. So here this is a distance is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis. Here observe carefully. Here theta is decreases gradually. So velocity is decreases. Velocity is decreases and acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative. Acceleration value is negative. This is very important. Whenever velocity is decreases, at that time acceleration is negative. If velocity is increases, acceleration is positive. Velocity is decreases, acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative. This indicates velocity decreases, acceleration negative. This indicates acceleration negative. This indicates. Is it or not? Next. This is about distance versus time graphs. Next, we'll take velocity versus time graphs. Velocity versus time graph. Velocity versus time graph. So for this, two note points is important. First note points. Slope of velocity versus time graph gives acceleration. Slope of velocity versus time graph gives acceleration. Observe carefully. This is velocity. Velocity is taken on y-axis. Time is taken on x-axis because velocity depends upon time. Here slope of velocity versus time. Slope means m is equal to dy by dx. What is y value? Y value is velocity. What is x value? X value is time. Velocity by time is nothing but what? Acceleration or not? So slope of velocity versus time graph gives acceleration. Next, area under velocity versus time graph. Velocity versus time graph gives distance. We doesn't consider direction. We got displacement. We consider direction. So this is very important. Area under velocity versus time graph gives distance. We consider direction. Distance we doesn't consider direction. Displacement we must consider direction. Area under this graph. Area means what ma? Dy into dx. What is dy? Dy means velocity. Velocity into dx means time. Velocity formula meter per second. Time formula second. Second cancel. Meter. Meter is unit of distance or not? Unit of distance or not? So if you multiply dy and dx, we got a meter. That's why area under graph velocity versus time gives distance. Okay. So this is about velocity versus time graph. So here velocity versus time graph, slope is acceleration, area under the graph is distance if we doesn't consider direction, displacement if we consider direction. Okay, next. So this is velocity meter per second, this is time in second. So if you represent like this, this is here it represents slope is 0. It represents slope m is equal to 0. That means acceleration is equal to 0. This graph represents. Next. This is velocity meter per second. This time second. This represents acceleration is constant. This represents acceleration is constant. Okay. Acceleration is constant, it represents. Okay. So this is about velocity versus time graph. Next. Acceleration versus time graph. Acceleration versus time graph. First, note points. Here also note points. First note point. Slope of acceleration versus time graph gives jerk. It gives jerk. Slope of acceleration versus time graph gives jerk. Jerk means your slope m is equal to, first to draw the diagram. Here is acceleration. Acceleration on y-axis, time is on x-axis. Slope m is equal to dy by dx. Y means acceleration by x means time. So that is nothing but jerk. What is the unit of jerk? Unit of jerk. Unit of jerk. Meter per second square. Acceleration unit is meter per second square. Time unit is second. So finally we got meter per second cube. Meter per second cube is the unit of jerk. So slope of acceleration versus time graph gives jerk. Next, second note point. Second note point is area under second note point, area under acceleration versus time graph. Time graph gives speed. We doesn't consider direction. Velocity. We must consider direction. We must consider direction. So this is a area under acceleration versus time graph. This is acceleration. What is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. Time second. So area means dy into dx, dy means meter per second square into second square cancel, meter per second, it is unit of velocity and speed. So area under acceleration versus time graph gives speed, we doesn't consider direction. Velocity, we must consider direction. This is about basic information about graphs. Now we are solving few problems based upon this graph. Right, to continuing my lecture on graphs, next lecture I'll discuss numericals on graphs. We have to discuss this basic information is very helpful to solve numericals on graph. So I hope you all are understood this lecture. Again, I'll come back with new concepts and new formulas. Thank you for watching my lectures. Thank you so much.